Iwobi was so good in that AFCON, and people just kept trying to bash him for doing all this. I'm like, no, Iwobi ended up having to play like some DM. He played 10, he played 8, he played everywhere in that midfield, and I think he damn near played every minute in that AFCON. He's such a good, reliable player that people just get used to it, and people just discard it as like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. No, that is not it is what it is.
That's why we watch full 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, good people, welcome along to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is a special edition. We're going to talk about Nigeria football. Usually during international break, we don't do too much, but Nigeria is near and dear to my heart. So I have to call my brother, Tomi. Tomi, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm back. I took a little hiatus because people were busy, but I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm
Yeah.
back.
You hear this beautiful Yoruba voice out your ears? It's not just me, it's Tomi. So I'm your
Of
host, Tosin. For those who
course.
do not know my voice, those who not know me, you've never heard. I'm Tosin, the host, and Tomi's my co-host. So today we're going to talk about Nigeria football. If you cannot tell, I've been indoctrinated in Nigerian football since I was born. This is a jersey from 1994 World Cup, our first World Cup. It's another jersey we have. I have too many Nigeria kits. Tomi, let's talk first of all about Nigeria. Like, what was your first core memory of Nigeria football?
I've been a Nigeria, like, I was born in Nigeria. So
Yeah.
I know, yeah, I was born in Nigeria. So I've always been around it. Like, I remember, like, my uncle, because my uncle, he also played semi-pro in Nigeria. So I've been around football and Nigerian football, especially since I was born. I know about all the greats. My family used to always tell me about all of them. And then I even saw, like, I grew up on, like, the latter part of, like, J.J. Okocha, Kanu, all their careers. And then I grew up on John Obi Mikel has a special place in my heart because of just watching him winning the AFCON in like was it 2013 with him as the
Yeah.
captain. Just all those. So like I've been indoctrinated into Nigerian football because it's all I know. And like I remember I always told myself like when I had the dream of playing pro football, I told myself no matter what, if I get scouted and I move to England or like let's say I make it in US, I'm I'm only accepting a call up from Nigeria. Like that's
Mhm.
how deep it is in me. Like my family, everything there, like we was Nigeria through and through. No matter what, no matter anything, it was Nigeria. That's all you knew. That's all you supported. That's who you loved. So
Yeah.
trust me, I'm deep in this too.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I'm a little bit older than you, by a little bit, I mean a lot, I lied about my age. Let me
They will
stop.
know. They will know.
My first actual Nigerian memory, I went to the stadium, original Wembley, 1994, November 16th. And like I've been watching Nigeria like to my memory since then. So I still have a sore soft spot for Nigeria. I'm not like my dad. My dad's giving up on Nigeria. Like every time I call him, like Nigeria play goes, I won't around them. If you don't understand Yoruba, I'm not translating that for you, but he calls them I won't around them. That's what he calls them. Anyways, let's talk about the game today. Nigeria played against Rwanda. Nigeria in a bad place right now. If they don't get any more wins, they're not going to qualify for back-to-back AFCONs. And I
World
wrote an
Cups, you mean?
article years ago about this in 2021
Mm.
about when they fired Gernot Ross. I said that's the stupidest thing they can do. And it's funny now people are coming back to what I was saying and realizing what I said. When you watch a lot of Nigeria football like I've had, you know what the NFF is. You know about the stories about Okocha and everybody paying for everybody's thing in '96 during the Olympics. You know about '98 World Cup team. You know about everything that goes on when you follow Nigeria football as long as I have. So I'm not shocked that they're in a bad place. Tactically, we'll talk about this today as well. But let's talk about the game against Rwanda. It was a very fast start from Nigeria. They came out the block swinging. Iwobi was playing more wide. Lookman was behind Osimhen. Moses Simon was on the left. It's a weird diamond formation, which I hated. And I know we'll talk about this, but formation pissed me off. I did not like it. Like the attacks were more concentrated in the left. There's no real right side presence. In the 6 minute, Iwobi had a really good pass to Lookman. Osimhen had a goal in the seventh, but it was ruled offside, which that goal should have stood, by the way.
It should. I was just about to say because I
Mhm.
remember. I think it might have been in like the a couple minutes after he scored. They showed the replay, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, also we have to. That's another thing about like Nigeria that I feel stems from the like the African Federation in general. We need this type of tournaments need VAR. They need VAR because that's ridiculous. That goal should have absolutely stood. Like it's ridiculous. But like you said, Nigeria had a fast start, and I truly do think like I was optimistic from the start. Like the we talked about the lineup, and it was like there was still some stuff we could have tweaked, but It was fine for what it was, right? But the fast start was encouraging. And when they got that goal or the goal that was ruled out, I was hopeful. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna push on from here. But yeah.
Yeah. So then from like the 7th minute after that goal, like 34th, Nigeria was just huffing and puffing. Iwobi had a shot on goal. Frank Onyeka kept getting the ball in the final third and looked completely lost. And I like what Frank Onyeka does for Brentford in the Premier League because Onyeka gets to be a destroyer
Hmm.
in a sense, right? Like sometimes he'll move up forward because he has other midfielders around. But when you play Onyeka and Ndidi together, it's such. I'm trying to find the right words to say because I'm trying not to curse as much in the podcast as my new goal to know. It's such a net negative when you have Oyenka and Ndidi. They're literally almost the same profile, right? Two destroyers.
Hmm.
Nigeria needs somebody who has legs, somebody who can create. You have Chrysanthus Uche on the bench. You have Oyendinka. You have Fisayo
Hmm.
De on the bench. These are creative players. To me, Iwobi's the one that starts out of every midfielder.
Yeah. Even the number 10, I always forget his name, but the number 10 that came on for Oyenka, right?
Oh,
You saw the difference. Yeah, Tolu. Like
yeah,
he's not the best, he's not like, he's not the cream of the crop, but he's a different profile. So it allowed the midfield to flow more.
hmm
So like you said, and on paper it looked like a 4-2-3-1, but
hmm
in the way it played out on the field was a 4-3-3. That's why
yeah,
you said Onyeka kept getting the ball in the box and kept getting nosebleed because he was lost.
yeah,
So like you said, Dele Basuru can go there. Like hell, I feel like you can even put Lukman there if you want to experiment because Lukman and Moses Simon were both stacking up on that left side and it just wasn't good.
yeah. The tactics were rubbish. Osman got hurt, which was a nasty tackle, and the referee did nothing about that. It was a scissors kick. It was gross. Yeah,
On his standing foot, and those are the worst type of tackles because like all your weight is on that foot. So once that tackle comes in, that's a very dangerous thing. And the fact that, like you said, the fact that the ref didn't do anything, like come on, man, like that was, and like I applaud Osimhen for trying to play through it, but that was so dangerous. Like
yeah,
come on, man.
sure. And Cyril Dessers came on. The 45 minute, was uneventful. The first half, lots of shots, let it run in, lots of nothing effectively in that first half of Nigeria. Then we get halftime. So, what were your thoughts at halftime? We didn't talk about the lineups, but the only
Yeah.
shock for me in the lineup was Okung being dropped for Benjamin Fredericks because I think he's a talent. He's at Brentford,
Hmm.
come out on loan to a team in Belgium.
I saw. Yeah. Yeah.
The kid started five
But
games so far, I think. Yeah, and he looked good today. He looked really, really
yeah.
good. He didn't look phased. He looked fine, and he's another one of those success stories of Nigerian kids who do well to a point when they leave at the right point at like teenage
Hmm.
years, 2021, they go right overseas
Well,
to Europe. Yeah, so
yeah.
he's doing well. I'm really proud of the kid that he started. I was shocked that he started over the captain because I think a lot of people thought that Kong's the captain, and why would you start a kid in his first game ever in a World Cup qualifier? But he did well. I'm very proud of him.
No, I think I was gonna say as the game went on, right? I was I was looking at halftime. You asked me about my thoughts at halftime. At halftime, I was looking at like, okay, like you said, we started out fast, we mellowed out a little bit, but we were still a good team. And a couple players impressed me a lot. The center back pairing was two players where I'm like, okay, this was you didn't feel that sense of like panic. Like they were calm, they knew when to press forward to intercept the ball. They knew when to hold back, and like our fullbacks were pushing up because we were the more attacking side. But the center backs were able to cover the spaces they left, and so I was pleased, especially with this was his debut, right?
Benjamin
Uh,
Fredericks? No, I think this
No,
was first full-time competitive game with the
first
team.
full. Okay, well, I was very impressed, and another guy, the left back, who's a right back, and I know how you feel about right-footed left backs, and you know
Oh,
how I feel about it.
Onyemeti's an actual left back.
He's an actual left back because
Yeah.
I don't think because okay because I don't know. I looked him up and it said he plays right back
No,
mainly, but
no, Bruno Onyemeti he's a
he's an
right back.
actual left back. Oh,
Yeah,
is
he's
it?
an actual left back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He plays in
Okay.
Olympiacos. Yeah,
Okay, well, I was about to say he impressed me too. He did good. Like it wasn't anything to like write home about,
yeah.
like anything to be like, but he's solid. And I feel like especially in that left back role, Nigeria's been looking for a like no, we don't need a world beater. We're not looking for Like no one who's just out here dominating, just someone who can hold their own and do the job
Hmm.
right. Like we have Aina on the right back side. He was amazing today. He may be man of the match for me, but we'll see. But
Yeah,
like so we just need someone on that left side who can hold their own. And he did the job for me today. So at halftime I was happy with that. I was pissed Osimhen went off, of course, but I was still happy with Iwobi and Ndidi. I'm not the biggest fan of Ndidi. I think it's time for him to be getting like I don't want to say bench minutes, but he needs to be his yeah, phased out. His importance to the team should be reduced slowly and slowly till we can, you know, like find a better version of him or replacement.
there are
But
though.
honestly, but we see it, the coaches don't. But so I was really happy with that. Honestly, I was happy with the team, except for the attack, because like I was saying, Moses Simon and Lookman were just stacking up on that left side, and the right side was just so bare. Like Rwanda did not have to worry about that side at all. They just and then because like I said, it was a 4-3-3, so Iwobi kept drifting off to that side because it was the left-sided center mid. So it just made it too crowded. There was no switch ball. The switch ball was Osimhen, which I feel like is ridiculous. Osimhen should be in the around that 6 yard box penalty area, winning the duels. Like there were too many times where like Moses Simon would I said Moses Simon, Lookman would occupy that space, so Osimhen had to drift out wide. And I think that's just counterintuitive. Like I did not like the attack. I like the rest of the team though.
Yeah. Then there was a change. Frank Onyeka came off for Tolu, and then I loved it because we went back to the real classic 1990s. Nigeria just had played 4-4-2. It was the standing back
Hmm.
four, which was Aina, Bassi, Benjamin Fredericks, and Bruno Nyamachi as your left back. Then you had Iwobi and Ndidi as the center midfielders. You had Moses Simon and Lookman on the right, and then you had Tolu and Cyril Dessers. Real old school 4-4-2. In the 50th minute, Nigeria got a goal. Very scrappy, but a goal's a goal, and Nigeria needed that goal. Tolu had a I don't even know how to even if it was a bicycle. I don't even know what it was. It counted. Okay, that's all that
Yeah.
knew. In the 62nd minute, I saw something from Nwambali, which I cannot stand that guy. I don't know if it's because of the shape of his head or because of how just I don't know. Some about Nwambali just gives me just so much. It does not give me confidence. But he had
Hmm.
a pass out of the box, and I was like, "Yo, why you do like?" He does these weird things where it's like I'm watching Andre Onana, but in Yoruba, but in Igbo.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
why are you doing this? 62nd minute, there was a chance after that throwing Nigeria counterattacked them. Really, really good pass from Iwobi. Iwobi sprung through Moses Simon. He had a shot on goal. Ademola had a shot on goal. But when I was watching Iwobi's assist, it's what I've written about Nigeria in the past, what I'll continue to say. Iwobi's one of the most underrated Nigerian players in the history of the Super Eagles because they think
Ever.
that the reason why I'm saying this because a lot of people think because Iwobi is JJ Okocha's nephew that Iwobi should be JJ Okocha. JJ Okocha is one of one, first of all. Second of all, if you actually watch JJ Okocha play for Nigeria, he pissed you off more than he actually played well. And I'm saying this to somebody who loves JJ. I watched JJ play where he would shoot from 30, 40 yards out, spit on the ground. I'm like, JJ, why are you doing this? But my point to Iwobi, right? Iwobi has played 86 games for Nigeria, scored 10 goals. He scored the winning goal that took us to World Cup 2018. He's one of the first Jasper kids to come play for Nigeria in this new set of generation, at least. And he's provided that wave. You see the Olainos of the world, the Felix Agu's on the bench today. You start seeing these German, English, Nigerian kids coming over. Iwobi was that first wave of players, and he's been solid for us. I know a lot of Nigerian people online and otherwise will say, oh, Iwobi's no good and replace him. Like, no, this is a solid player. And even in England, I think Iwobi's underrated as well. I think
Yeah.
he played at Arsenal for such a long time that people think he's going to be this like play. Iwobi's a solid 7 out of 10 player, right? He's a center play who goes out wide, who can find a pass, who's strong on the ball, and Iwobi can score from time to time. And I think that Nigeria has got so used to consistency, I don't know what good consistency is, right? It's like if you give someone who's used to terrible shit all their lives and they get something good, they don't know what to do with it. So
Yeah.
shout out to Iwobi for being such a solid soldier for Nigeria. He's held it down for the last decade. I really hope Nigeria get an AFCON because he deserves it. Olaino deserves it as well. A lot of those boys, Osimhen, Chukwueze, all those guys deserve. And I'm not saying that there's no deserving football, but the effort they put in for Nigeria to make it to a final last AFCON, they deserve to get to that next level for sure. How do you feel about
Nah, I absolutely agree. And what be like you said, I truly Iwobi is not an appreciated player enough, especially in that center midfield, where like as a center midfielder, if you're not pulling out crazy nutmegs or getting 17 goals, 20 assists, stuff like that, people tend to think, oh, you're useless. What do you do there? I really don't think I was understanding. Iwobi is the guy that connects the attack to, in the midfield. The amount of time, the way he's able to find space, right? Like I said, he was drifting out wide because he saw, they're just too congested over here. Let me get the ball, let me calm stuff down. Or he saw Ndidi's there. Let me drop back and get the ball from Ndidi so I can, help him. Onyenka is all the way up there, and like I know we want to say Onyenka played very badly today, but Iwobi was just better. Like the way Iwobi is able to find pockets of space, keep the ball moving, win the ball back, right? It's amazing. For example, I'll use like you said, he's not appreciated in England. The goal Fulham scored against United. Iwobi was the one that created that. Like there are certain players who you just cannot like box office like box score watchers won't appreciate. And Iwobi is a very like you said a 7 out of 10 player, and a 7 out of 10 is very good. That's what we need. That is what we need, especially in that midfield. A guy who like 8 times, 7 times out of 10 will do the right thing, will do the correct thing, will keep that ball moving. If you and like I know you talked about them making the AFCON final. I personally think Iwobi was our best player. Yeah, I mean Iwobi and Ekong.
Hmm.
But Iwobi was so good in that AFCON, and people just kept trying to bash him for doing all this. I'm like, no, Iwobi ended up having to play like some DM. He played 10, he played 8, he played everywhere in that midfield, and I think he damn near played every minute in that AFCON. He's such a good, reliable player that people just get used to it and people just discard it as like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. No,
That's
that
why
is
you
not it
watch.
is what it is.
That's why we watch full 90s. You watch full 90s.
Yes.
You have to watch a play like Iwobi. I know he's not going to stand out on the score sheet. He's not going to do all these things that you think is sexy, but
Hmm.
Iwobi is a solid player, and he's shown it for club and country. You don't play in the Premier League for this long and not be good. Okay, he
Yeah,
bounced around from all the Fulham
doesn't he have the
system
most appearances
as a
for a Nigerian player? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You don't do that. Bro, he has more appearances than John Obi Mikel in him. Like you don't that just doesn't just happen.
Mhm. 65th minute, indeed he had a chance from Olaino's long throw. I love Olaino, by the way. I think that guy is just a talented football player. He's a jokester as well, and his shorts are hilarious. I don't know why him and Bassi, they're
Bassi, oh my.
him and Bassi are fighting for TJ Ford's right of the baggiest shorts to ever play professional sport. I don't understand what Bassi and Aina are doing. You know what they said? Why they wear it though? They said, and I'm gonna say this in Yoruba because I cannot say this in English without laughing. I'm gonna say in Yoruba, I'm gonna laugh. They said, "You mean laugh?" That's what they said, which means I have a fat ass. Okay, that's what they said. Yeah,
Oh
they
my,
said
I
they
did
said
not know that.
we double cheeked up. That's what all I know said. He says he said
Bro.
it, he said it. He actually said this direct. He said my Cassie's too big, bro. I was like, okay, man, you got it. You
Nah,
got
but like you said, I know I generally love Aina. Like as a
it.
person, as a footballer,
Hmm.
just he's and even today again, this man was like another. I also feel like he suffers from Iwobi syndrome. Another like 7, 8 out of 10 player who
Hmm.
people just see as like, especially in the right back position. It's not the fanciest, especially if you're not getting assists. People tend to overlook it, but he's so good, and that man can play left back too. He's so good.
And
Aina
center
is
back,
another player who.
and center back in a
It,
pinch.
exactly. I'm pretty sure he's played center back for Nottingham Forest in the back three when they ran the back three. Like he played like outside center back. Bro, this is a guy that can play anywhere across the back line for us. Please, this guy that needs respect. He
And
needs respect.
another one of those in it boys. Calvin Bassi had goal line clearance in the 72nd minute. Bassi has come a
Off
long.
the corner, right?
Yeah, yeah. Bassie's come a long way for Nigeria, man. Bassie's too strong for his own good. That's why he got a penalty against United. Like Bassie's literally just a professional wrestler. Like if God, he's a nasty man. If Vince McMahon saw him in the 90s, he'll be in the fucking faction with Farouk and God.
Yeah, I was about to say that's oh my God, what's the name of that guy that had the birds? Coco something.
All I know is that
Oh,
Bassie should be out here suplexing niggas. That's what he should be doing.
that's
Bassie
what he
needs to
did to
do something.
Mason Mount.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
I paid him to do that, by the way.
Yeah. After that goal line clearance, Nigeria just kept inviting pressure. It's weird. Nigeria just avoid. It's like my club and my country just avoid midfield. They don't want to control the game. They just want to go up front and just do basketballs. That's what my country and my club does. Like, I don't
Like, it's
understand that.
ridiculous.
It's very silly. Everything felt lackadaisical. They didn't want to like whatever, but 86-minute Nigeria made a sub. Zero Desses and Olaino came off for Bright. Another one of those Nigerian.
Brighto say Samuel,
Yeah,
yeah.
another one of those Nigerian diaspora boys, and Trusted Kung, another diaspora boy, is the captain. I didn't like the subs, but you saw the game out. You saw the game out, and also
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria has 3 points. Have a huge game against South Africa on Tuesday, which you more than likely do another podcast about. But overall, this was a 6 out of 10. Do your job. This is one of those
Yeah,
games where it's meat and potatoes, right? You eat it. It's carbs. It's protein. You have a little bit of veggies on the side. It just does the job. There's nothing
yeah.
sexy. You're not gonna go to a 5-star restaurant. This is just a good, solid meal. That's all it was. 3 points, clean sheet. That's all you want. A good. That's it. By the way, I
Can I
post.
say something?
Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
I just want to say something real quick. I didn't like you said. I feel like we were dominating the possession and then game the entire time. As soon as
Mhm,
we got that goal, we just said, "Here, have the ball," and I
mhm.
don't like that. I really don't. We can keep the ball without attacking, or you just pass around. Or I feel like there was a way where you can keep the pressure on them. And I get it, you don't want to overcommit and then leave yourself open. But please, by keeping the ball, they don't like we just kept inviting pressure, and that's another reason I didn't like the tactics today. It's just there was just no composure. Everyone was just like take a far ballet, please. It's
Yeah,
not just giddy giddy. Ooh, please. I can't even make words. I'm just making sounds. That's how like it got to a point where I was just like, I have to just go cook something. I'm done. Like it was stressing me out.
yeah.
I'm normally a calm guy. I can watch games through. I give my team news, whatever. But they were just playing so frantic. I'm like, guy, please, do you guys need a Zoloft prescription? Why are you so relax?
Yeah, they need a Xanax, man. Their nerves were
Yeah,
too high, man. First half they were on Adderall. Second half they needed a Xanax. I don't understand that,
yeah.
but I posed a question on my timeline. I was half joking, but I'm low key not joking anymore. And I know Coach said he wants to beat my ass for what I proposed, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Jose Mourinho is the coach with Mikel B as the assistant.
I feel like we're gonna see the ultimate haram ball, but we're winning at least two AFCONs with them too. Like, we're winning two AFCONs, but I have such a I'm as anti Jose Mourinho as they come. I
Yeah,
can't do it.
yeah,
I saw him manage my club. Now if he
yes,
comes to my country, I
yeah.
can't do it. I can't. I can't.
Here's the thing with Jose Mourinho being Nigeria's coach. Jose Mourinho already has goodwill from all like Nigerian people that are
Yeah,
football fans in the first place. Second of all, Nigeria loves a dictator. They will fall in love with Jose. In fact, that if Jose Mourinho tells them to make better roads, they'll do it.
I
Jose
promise
Mourinho
you.
has more power in Nigeria than any president's ever had. I don't know what it is with Nigerians that love Jose Mourinho, but I'm only joking. It's not gonna happen, but Nigeria has no money to make it happen anyway. So Jose Mourinho as Nigeria's coach would be one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I think after that, I will stop watching football the rest of my life.
I
I
promise you.
think I will quit. I think literally I was like, you know what, man, I'm a full NFL guy now, full NBA guy. In fact, I don't even watch NFL anymore. I will quit. I literally like, you know what, sports is not for me no more. Let me become a geologist or something.
Listen,
Let me contribute to society because if I see Jose Mourinho as Nigeria's coach, alone, my jet. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna actually go touch grass. Like like
If
I'm already off socials.
yeah,
Like now, I'm on a break. If Jose Mourinho becomes Nigerian manager, I promise you, the word would never see me. You know how Andre 2000 just walks around playing the flute? That's
yeah,
that's gonna be me. That's
I'm not
gonna be
even playing
me.
the flute, bro. I'm playing the harmonica. I'm about to become vagabonds or something like that, man. I'm about to become a real, just like going around town, like the artist formerly known as Tosin. That's what I'm gonna become. Like just
I'm gonna become a Roman merchant. Like I'm gonna go back to the old barter days, man.
bro.
Absolutely.
I I was joking and kind of convinced myself in the game, and now like I've sobered up a little bit, and I've calmed down. I would never want Jose Mourinho to coach my country. Are you mad?
Do you see why Nigeria is bad for people's mental health? I always tell people, you don't live in Nigeria, you don't live as a Nigerian, you survive it. Okay? You survive it. Do you see what
Even,
he's doing to him? A
even,
very sensible man is calling for Jose Mourinho. Please.
even if you've never been to Nigeria and you're Nigerian by blood, the chaos would literally is in your blood. It doesn't matter if you're from the north, south, east, west, middle of Nigeria. We all have our own different bits of chaos that this country has done to us. There are 300 million plus of us, and this country has done us
I would
somehow.
say Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Akwa Ibom, whatever. You have chaos
Outside,
in you. It's
Calabar,
a diff everything. Like bro, you can be from Lekki to Mushin to Itakpa, anywhere. You have chaos that flows. It flows in you. It's okay. Accept it.
and the
I
thing
embraced it. That's why I am this way.
again, and the thing is with being Nigerian, it's like when you watch this national team play, Nigeria football on and off the pitch represents Nigeria as a country. They are literally mirrors of each other because there's so much potential on the pitch. There's so much potential as a country. There's so much organizational issues with the NFF. There's so much organizational issues with the government. The right players don't get called up. The wrong people get called up as presidents, as governors, as mayors, as whatever you want to call it. There's money being side. Everything is the same because at the end of the day, we're gonna lie to ourselves. It's gonna be fine. We know we're not fine, but we're doing this because we're lying to ourselves because we are fake patriotic. Okay,
Yes. You gotta allow yourself to keep it pushing, bro. Like what? Like the election that was a couple years ago. Nah, man, I feel like it would be a real turn in Nigeria, bro. We know what was gonna happen. Just like the same way, like nah, with this new manager, we're able. It's okay, guys. It's okay. We
this
know.
you know what Nigeria has done to my father, who used to be an NFF carrying member. You know what this guy does now? My dad become a pastor. That's what Nigeria does to people. Nigeria makes people find God. Okay, that's what Nigeria does to people.
There's no sad new religion, bro. It was so funny. Speaking of, like, I was remember, I forgot what I watched. I think it was the last World Cup we qualified for. I
2018.
was watching it with my, yeah, I was watching it with my dad, and I think we subbed on what's that? Ahmed Musa. The way my dad just lost it.
You know what's the funniest thing? Our parents, right? They have a specific player that they just don't like.
they
And you
they
know,
they hate.
my dad,
For my.
bring up
Mhm.
Yakubu to my dad, right? My dad will viscerally, you will see in his eyes, what is Super Boy? You say Yakubu in front of my dad, it's like trigger to him, and me, the player. If you even mention Ahmed Musa around me, I will find
Oh,
the closest shoe and beat you with the shoe. I don't care what he's doing,
bro.
I'll beat you with the shoe. Don't bring up Ahmed Musa towards me. Alone
For
magic.
me, for me, it's also Musa. Like the things that guys put me through mentally. I'm like,
And it's for
there's
me,
no way this a player.
and I will say this: it's not Ahmed Musa the person, Ahmed Musa the player. It's what Ahmed Musa represents as a
The
Nigerian.
idea of him,
The
yes.
idea of Ahmed Musa is what pisses me off. It's because we have so many talented players, like I mentioned, that should have been playing. And he's done well for Nigeria. Hands up. 2014 World Cup, he did well. But me, personally, my spirit won't take it. I just can't do it. It
I
won't happen.
refuse. All those two goals against Argentina, they were own goals. I don't care. You won't. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. Get on my face. I'm not. No, man. No, no. Like the fact that that man was 30 plus, still getting caught up over decent players,
Yeah.
players who can contribute, and this man is just doing elder statesman, and then getting minutes.
hmm
Nah, man.
One thing that
I,
makes me proud for Nigerian players right now is that taking more serious moves. Like Tolu moving to Wolves is a good move for him. Crisantos Uche moving to Crystal Palace was very good for him. Him playing La Liga gave a good
mhm.
base for him to take his career up to the next level. I love Chukwueze going to Fulham because even if Chukwueze doesn't do well, guess what? He's around his Nigerian brothers, so he's having fun.
They'll help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And honestly, I think Uche and Chukwueze will do. I think like again, they're not world beaters, but both of them are those type of wingers where they're quintessential wingers. They will frustrate you, but they are good. They are
and
tricky, they are fast, and they're good. Like they're good for around the box. They come alive, and those are what I look for in wingers.
what I'm really excited about Crisantos Uche is they're playing in the three-back system at Crystal Palace because he is not a midfielder. He's not a striker. He just plays forward. There's not a,
Mm-hmm.
some people don't play left back, don't play left wing, they just play left.
You play left. Yep.
Like Alfonso Davies doesn't play left back or left wing, he just plays left. That's what Christian Uche does. He plays forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't play striker, doesn't play midfield or attacking midfield. He's just forward. And to see him play off of Matata is going to be so fun with Jeremy Pino there, and they got their Munoz as their right back. I'm excited to see what Christian Uche does. Tolu and Strand Larson, I'm so excited to see two big men just again pause on this. Two big mighty men just throwing weight around in the Premier League. I'm excited to see two 6'6" plus guys just throwing weight around. But
Yeah.
one player that I do want to get a bigger move is Rafael Oyendinka. I think that the world of him. I think he's one of the next up and coming sixes. I think if United are smart, they should go get Oyendinka in January. I think he's so good at what he does in that midfield role.
Is he still in Club Bruges
Yeah,
or
he's still over there in Belgium. I don't know how we didn't get a move this year, but he needs to get put your
because
people.
he did well on his loan to into Germany. It
He
wasn't
did, that
Bremen.
was from Konyenka who got a loan to Germany.
Oh,
Uh,
see,
yeah,
my fault. Yeah,
Oyedeke has been at Belgium. He did well in
Brute.
the
Yeah,
Champions League. Yeah, he's did well in the Champions League. There's a couple players I want Nigeria to look at though in the midfield. Tim from Everton. I love Tim from Everton. I know he's another bricklayer like Oyenka, but he has a little bit more pizzazz in his bricklaying. So I want to see him play for Nigeria. Uh, Tom Delebashiru Tommy. I don't know why he goes by Tom, but his name's Tomiwa. That's his name. It's your namesake. He plays for Watford in the Championship. He should be called up.
yeah,
We have two young boys in Italy. Ebenezer, who is on loan from Inter. He plays at Pisa right now, so he's in Serie A. So he's playing first team, and I love Ebenezer. I think he's got something about him. He came from Nigeria, and then there's also Victor Eletu, who plays for AC Milan. So
yeah.
midfield options is just, are you going to call them up? There's also the kid that played for Chelsea, and his name's going to
Chukwuemeka.
no, Carney plays at Dortmund. Carney's gonna commit to Austria, I think. I think that's Carney's choice is to play for Dortmund. But he's another kid. He plays at Torino now. He scored a really good goal last year. And it's gonna bother me, and I have to look it up. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm delaying the podcast. It's gonna
What
be short.
position does he play?
He's an attacking midfielder, he's a creative midfielder, and it's going to vex me when I see his name. And I'm looking at it right now, and I'm really, really upset at myself for not remember his name, and I still cannot find his name. Tino Anjorin. Tino Anjorin, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes. He's 23 years
I
old. Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that guy. I remember that guy.
Light skin
I know
kid.
him from Football Manager. Yeah, I know him from Football Manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6'1" tall kid. He has a shot on him. Those are sort of players Nigeria should be calling up. Nigeria has the like. When I look at Senegal, They got Lamine Camara in the midfield. They got Nicholas. They got. Senegal has a team. Morocco has a team. Nigeria has to find this balance between calling up diaspora players and calling up players from back home. But again, when Nigeria is delusional, we play against South Africa on Tuesday. We're probably going to do this again on Tuesday and talk about what we saw. But a good 1-0 win against Rwanda. Nigeria more than likely have to hope that South Africa get dot points for the thing they did early in the year. They played
Ain't no hope. They better. They
yeah,
cheated.
so dead bad.
What's that video? Corruption is only okay if I'm involved.
Again, when
If I'm
Nigeria
not
says
involved,
it's a crime. If it's not me, it's a crime. If it's me, it's not a crime.
exactly. If it's me, it's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Anything else you want to add
Oh,
before we get out of here?
nah, just like you said, meat and potatoes win. Because again, to that time of the qualifiers where it doesn't have to be pretty, you just have to get it done.
Two more
So
games. Two more games.
two more games, two
Mm-hmm.
more games, just get it done, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because missing out on back-to-back World Cup, like how you're talking about calling up the diaspora kids, missing out on back-to-back World Cups won't ginger them. So please,
Because last World Cup, if we did qualify for 2022, I think you start getting Tammy, you get Fikayo, you start missing all these players you don't get. So Nigeria needs to qualify. I think more than likely Nigeria will have to go to the playoff systems that are getting
yeah.
second round. But for me, and this is no offense to Eric Shell, I don't think Eric Shell was going to last at Nigeria. But we fire coaches.
But especially off the tactics. And also, guys, this whole, if you fire him, who are you going to hire next? I don't care. He's wrong. If he's wrong for the job, he's wrong for the job. Get him out of there. What?
This is why a lot of you
What?
stay in relationships that you shouldn't, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, like why you holding on to to a coal that's burning you? Let it go. Fuck out of
One,
here.
one more thing. Brennan Roy was done wrong, by the way, and I've said this while he was getting fired, while Nigeria was saying that. And I'll say this again, I said it earlier, Grenade Raw was done wrong. And that's my final point about Nigeria. I'm not expounding on it. I wrote about it. I'm just saying that he was done wrong. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, if you want,
You know these people can read.
some people you got to just spoon feed them, my brother. But yeah, Tommy and I are out. We'll probably be back on Tuesday to talk a little bit more about Nigeria versus South Africa. Meat and potatoes win. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Nigeria won, and that's all that matters. We're out. Everyone, please take it easy. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace. Iwobi was so good in that AFCON, and people just kept trying to bash him for doing all this. I'm like, no, Iwobi ended up having to play like some DM. He played 10, he played 8, he played everywhere in that midfield, and he almost, I think he damn near played every minute in that AFCON. He's such a good, reliable player that people just get used to it, and people just discard it as like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. No, that is not it is what it is.
That's why we watch full 90s.